I have my anchor point and my string grip pretty much sussed. I've been toying with the grip. When I use a compound, I use a completely open grip because I have a strap around my wrist that stops me from dropping the bow. Obviously with a bow like this, it's not quite so easy to keep a completely open grip. I try and do that. So I'm holding gently with these fingers and still once again just using the V of my thumb and palm to hold the bow. But this is tricky. I'm struggling with it a bit. I'm getting a different grip every time. Another thing I noticed recently was I wasn't extending my arm fully all the time. I kept bending it. I'm still not too sure if this bow can actually take my full draw. But that was a miss. You'll hear when I hit the can, there's the usual can sitting down there. That one's high. You can actually see the way the arrows fly. They fly down the hallways, pretty much sideways. Hit the can and the can's falling on the floor, but we'll leave it there for now. It does, however, take away my aim point. And I've got a tiny little spike sitting in the middle of the target, which I can use as an aim point, a secondary aim point. Sounded like that one went really close to another one. But, like I say, I'm squeezing this bow way too hard when I'm drawing it, which is interfering with the accuracy. So, we'll try this again. This time, I'm going to try and focus more on a loose grip and hope that my anchor point and my string grip comes naturally. I read somewhere it takes between 400 and 600 repetitions of any given action for your brain to actually start to remember where it is, i.e. if you keep your keys in your right hand pocket, you are so used to putting your hand in your right hand pocket to get your keys that when you decide to put them in your left hand pocket, you can potentially up to 600 times go for your right hand pocket when your keys are actually in the left. So I'm trying to use just my palm for a grip now. This is much more difficult to hold the bow, and it's much more difficult to avoid string contact with my arm. Probably should wear a guard while I'm doing this, but knock the can off again. So we're over to the white spot, and it's really quite irritating because when I'm holding the bow quite firm, I'm actually pretty accurate with it. But I know that's not the way. I appear to have a piece of feather, I don't know if you can see that, actually stuck in my hand. The really loud donk is when the arrow hits dead centre in the target, it goes straight through and hits a piece of old door behind it. Now I will embarrassingly show you how badly I just did. As you can see, the arrows are all over the place. I mean, the centre part of the target is gone. So we'll go for one more round. We'll let you sit here. Well, I hope I don't hit my camera. Really getting on my wick. I like to have something to shoot at, something of a decent size. That is about the right size for small game. It's about the area you'd want to hit. That actually flicked the ring pull all the way back down to here. So that was back to the other way. I wasn't focusing on my hand grip. I was using the way I've been doing it. I'll put these back and we'll take that down and see what that bit of board behind is doing like. I've got a bone here that I used to mess with my little crossbow. It's always nice to destroy stuff, especially when you're a boy. I don't know if girls really get that, but this is the backing board, and it's shot, to say the least. And I have found myself wondering if my neighbours can actually see through into my house through that hole. It's very deep. Goes in about 5 or 6 inches, 4 inches, something like that. Can't really tell from here. But this entire wall is full of holes. There's nothing that a bit of polyfiller won't sort out. Let me move out. So, not really any better, because I'm trying to focus on getting my hand grip a lot looser, which in the long run should improve my accuracy, or so tradition dictates anyway. But that's about it for archery for this week. I was going to have a go at making the arrows. I've got a set of 12 arrows to make, so I shall probably make 2. I was going to try and have my son around when I do it. Yeah, thanks for taking the time to watch, guys, and I'll see you when I see you. Bye.